I am the creator slash programmer slash designer on Floaty Fighters. The game is a 2D fighter, free movement, and the two big things I would say about the game, other than that it's free movement, is that every character has some kind of trapping move, and that trapping move usually plays with all of their other moves. For example, Phoenix's Feather, you can shoot out to do damage, you can recall to do damage, and you can burn them for extra damage. For Cumulo, you can make the clouds, and those clouds, a raindrop can hit it, gets bigger, does more damage. Lightning bolts, chain, and you can make them all storm. So a lot of characters, their moves revolve around other moves. And for some, it's more, for Cumulo, it's every move revolves on the cloud, while some characters like Bunny have a lot of different tricks they can use. Yeah, we just did Game Challenge, day one today. So we set up our booth, me, Ben, Bella, and Chris, we set up our booth. We got all the nice stuff out, and we pitched to 3 groups of judges, and also like the whole day we're showing it to other people, getting a lot of good feedback, and we're all very tired, obviously, if you can't tell. My thought process is I do not care if we win, like if we get a category, if we win the whole thing. I don't even care if we get like into finals tomorrow. If we don't get into finals, that is fine, because I think that we made a quality product and we made a fun product that people like genuinely enjoy. And that was the most important thing to me. And like the progress that we made on it, because every time we show off Floaty, we do tournaments for Floaty Fighters. The first tournament, when you first saw it, I will say a big reason why people probably joked about it was because I have no artist back then. It was Steamy and Phoenix. Steamy, which became Cloudy, which became Cumulo. Steamy was made in MS Paint by yours truly, and Phoenix was Ho-Oh, like just a Ho-Oh spray. It's really hard to say where we are because there were also a lot of good games that I saw. I think we did a really good job, and if I'm wrong, that's fine, and if I'm right, then we have to pitch again tomorrow and do our best. If we win, we get money. Money is always good. What would we do with the money? We'd probably have a long conversation about it. But we can do a lot of stuff to help the development of Floaty Fighters. That's all the money. The money would all go towards development of Floaty Fighters. It's just the question is how would we use that for the development of Floaty Fighters?
So I've been working on Floaty Fighters for about 5 months now. Yeah, started in October. I'm the background artist. It's a lot of fun. I get to work with like my closest friends. I think it went super well. We got a lot of good feedback from people. Definitely know what we should probably change. So we're going to be working on new stages. I can't wait to make those. Going to be adding stage hazards, actually. Their character.
Yeah, who do you main in Floaty Fighters?
Who's your main?
Who's my main? It's Phoenix.
Well, I was initially brought on Floaty Fighters as a character artist, back when we had 2 character artists, because Ben had made Steamy, now Cumulo. But now I've made art for all of the characters, as well as various UI art, I suppose. Well, a little bit of UI, a little bit of effects, mostly character art. All of the character art. That's me. I did that. I also do design work, because we all do design work, because we can't just have one person design. I spend a lot of time on Floaty. I'm out in the fields, plowing those clouds all day, every day. You know what I draw from as inspirations? I'm good at fighting games. I know a lot about the in-depth mechanics of various fighting games, and I can bring that knowledge to the table. Heck, not even all fighting games, like Battle Ray. That's a comp. It's not a fighting game. Jason wouldn't have thought it as a comp. I wouldn't have either. Actually, that was PJ. Shout out PJ Signorella for saying Battle Ray was a comp, and then we never used that in the presentation. Who do I main? It depends. In the last tournament, I mained Alpha, because Alpha's my child. Well, they're all my children. Dan Fornes, please go to Shine.
We want to show you Floaty Fighters. Dan Fornes, please.
Experience-wise, I draw a ton from Smash, almost all of it. Was I know Smash is a different game, but in terms of when it comes down to it, the one-on-one aspect is exactly the same, regardless of what fighting you play. when you're in a one-on-one, it's the same sort of like kind of I'm gotta figure out what the opponent's doing, and I gotta make sure not let them figure out what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna beat them with that before they can figure that out. It's kind of like game of chess, basically, except like way faster. And I kind of want to shape the game to kind of be like that, but but have it be its own unique thing. I should talk about how I got into the project. So I learned about it April last year during the April Arcade, because Jason was showing it off, and everyone was kind of like, Joe, I'm not gonna lie, people were kind of being like, oh, what's this? And I was the only one who was like, this is cool, I like this. I'm a Bunny man all the way. Bunny is the height. Bunny has so much cool stuff that you get that's the thing I've noticed is I've been playing the game more, I'm noticing all these cool little nuances that like I didn't notice before, because before, as much as I love Floaty Fighters, I was like, I don't know, the gameplay is kind of stale sometimes, like for me, just me personally, because I always like to play very technical and be like, alright, I want to do all these cool like little new like niche things, and then I realized with Bunny you can do this cool thing where you can throw his wand, and then the thing with the wand is you want to get it on the swing back because it does way more damage, but it's kind of hard to do because you have to position it correctly. But if you position yourself behind a portal, it changes directions and you can mix people up and hit them with the wand. And I started doing that a lot more, and I was like, this is really cool. And like no other character has that kind of little mind game that they can do. And I thought that was a really, really cool, like, unique thing about Bunny.
Last year, when I was a freshman, and I was inspired by the vapors at Becker College. At my hall, all the vapors would like go on the porch or the stoop. They just like chill on the stoop and vape. Like sometimes it'd just be people that weren't from my dorm and they'd just be there. So I had this idea one day. What if like there was a fighting game where like you pick a vapor, but then they vape a cloud, and then the cloud is the fighter. And that's why Cumula was the first character design for Floaty Fighters, or for Vape Fighters before. Because originally, everyone was gonna be a cloud. Before I even started working on it, like when I was just designing it, everyone was gonna be a cloud. But I couldn't think of like how, like if everyone's a cloud, how do we differentiate them? It might be a little confusing, especially since like it's low scope pixel art. It gets really confusing to make everyone feel unique. So it was scrapped and just turned to Floaty Fighter. So instead of everyone being a cloud, everyone has to fly. But obviously we have workarounds, like Alpha, the penguin has jet boots, and Bunny has a magic hat. Oh, also I like clouds. Ben and Chris know a lot about fighting games. They know a lot more than me. Like I play Smash a lot, I love Smash, but they know more about it at a technical level. And I think that's really important because that's how they look at Floaty a lot. They look at it at a very technical level. And I try to look at it at a very like fun level, like what is fun about this game, what makes sense. And then Bella, who does not have a lot of fighting game experience, but that's really good because the demographic we want is like casual fighting game players or people who like haven't played fighting games, or they want to play fighting games but they feel like intimidated because they're like too complex or too intense. Like that is perfect that we have all these different eyes on the project, and it has helped immensely with its progress. I main Alpha because Alpha is my child. I created Alpha when I was like 8 years old, and I put him in a project that I worked on for the entire length of high school that I ended up dropping, but I still really like the character. If I couldn't have the game release, I wanted the character at least in something. So, slap some jet boots on him, and now he's in Floaty Fighters, and it's awesome. In our pitch, our comps, what we took inspiration from is Rivals of Aether and Bomberman, and I didn't include this in because it's not like a big thing, but Balloon Fight is also one. I just love all three of those games. Those are literally like some of my favorite games of all time. Rivals of Aether, Bomberman, and Balloon Fight. I have played those games intensely, extensively. I love them, and that's probably why I made Floaty Fighters, like, without even thinking about it.